YouTube, it's the Yin here, and baby Yin Yang, and
the Yang.
And we're doing a video today to talk a little bit about our family and how we plan to explain that to our son as he gets a little older. Because of course, for him, having the two moms here will be the norm, but a lot of other people may not see it that way, and eventually that may be brought to his attention. Well, let's see if he'll let us make this video. I think he may be sleeping.
I got him.
Sleeping. Oh, okay. I guess I'll give him to you because I can't talk. I'm distracted.
See, this is what happens when you become a parent, right? You just gotta improvise. You gotta improvise.
I think he's sleeping now. Okay, as you guys know, we're the two mom family here. I'm mommy, she's mama, or Mama J. My shirt's wet now. As he gets older, I'm sure it'll become more apparent to him that some of the other kids in school or on TV or books or wherever around him that, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Because I'm distracted. Okay, it'll become more apparent to him as he grows older that there are other types of families and that other families have a dad where he only has the two moms. Or not only has the two moms, but has two moms opposed to a mom and a dad.
So I'm going to explain to him, you know, like, when he's in school, of course people are going to be like, hey, other kids will probably ask him, where's your dad? Or, you know, for Father's Day and things like that. So we just want to discuss, like, how we're going to raise him to know the difference and not feel like he's missing out on a father experience and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is something we've always known since even before we had a child, while we were in the planning phases and everything, that eventually that question is going to come up. Why don't I have a dad? Or where's my dad? Or some type of question about the dad. So we've decided early on that we're going to have him exposed to all different types of families, as well as other families like ours. We plan to join like local lesbian, gay, parenting groups so that he can be exposed to other families like ours and see that there are other kids that also have two moms or two dads. We're going to get him a bunch of different books.
So if you have any suggestions, if you have any suggestions on books or stuff, please comment and let us know.
Yeah. We'll get him a few books with two moms or two dads. There are a few, I can't think of the names right now. I know there's like Heather Has Two Mommies, which is a really popular one. It's an older book. Then there's is it Todd Parr? The Family Book, which it tells about a bunch of different types of families, but there's also a same-sex family, same-sex parent group in there.
So you did your research, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I never heard about these.
There's another one, I think about some penguins at a zoo or something. I can't think of it right now, but there are two male penguins and the baby penguin that they're taking care of. And then there's King and King, which is, I think it's just, it may be about two princes that are getting married. I don't know if there's any children involved, but we just want him to know that there are other families out there like ours. As far as negative comments and how we'll have him have some type of rebuttal when someone has something negative to say, we're basically just trying to teach him to be more positive about it. Just, well, I may not have a dad, but I have two moms that really love me and care about me, and that's all that matters. All families are different. Some families have two moms, some have two dads, some have a mom and a dad, some just a mom, just a dad, some neither one, just grandparents or aunts, uncles, whatever the situation may be. That just because a family is different doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. That all matters is that the people in the family care about each other, and that's about it.
Yeah. I think that's the simplest way to go about it. You know, just teach him that there's many different types of families, and he just happens to have the family of two moms, which is no better or worse than mom or dad or two dads or what have you. So I think that's the simplest way to go about it. Then as he gets older and grows and matures and learns, he can add more to that as he seems necessary. But when he's like 5, before we definitely have that big talk before he starts kindergarten and school, and send him off into the world with that mindset, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, and also, like, even now we read books to him, and some of the books have a mom and a dad, and if they have a dad, we don't change it to, oh, mama said this, or mom said that. We leave the dad in the book as well, so that he can be exposed to knowing, because we also don't want him to go out in the world and start kindergarten, or whatever, and then someone says they have a dad, and he's like, a dad, what's that? We don't want him to be completely oblivious to the fact that some families do have a mom and a dad, or to think a dad, you're supposed to have, where's your other mom? Or there's supposed to be 2 moms or anything. So we want him to know from a very young age to see all different types of family as the norm. I guess that leads into also the situation of the donor when he has questions about his dad or whatever. Because, of course, we're going to let him know there had to be someone else, a donor involved. We're not going to try to completely act like the donor doesn't exist, which I personally think doesn't make any sense, because obviously the donor had to exist for him to be here. So we are going to have the donor be a part of his, not a part of his life physically, like the donor actually calling or coming over or whatever, but he's going to be aware of the fact that there is a donor. I don't know, should we include that stuff in this video, or is that a separate topic?
We could just real quickly, we have pictures of the donor, and when he starts asking about, asking questions about how did I get here, we'll bring out the pictures. Hi, this is, the donor that helped us out and helped us create you and helped us create our family, and show him that from a very young age, and just be totally open about it. We want our relationship and our communication to be totally open. We don't want to keep any secrets. We don't want to hide anything from him. Just want to be completely open and honest with him from a very young age, so he doesn't look back when he gets older and like, well, why didn't my parents tell me this, or why didn't they show me this, or so we want him to just know everything up front.
And we also selected a donor with open to meeting him once he turns 18, so that, the donor, of course, things can change. The donor can change his mind, or he can himself decide, I don't want to meet the donor. But we just want to know we did our part by having that option available to him, since in all actuality, that donor is a part of him. And if he wants to seek out that part of him, we don't want that door to be closed, because I know from having friends that were adopted, and a lot of adoptions aren't open adoptions, and then as they get older they want to know, where did they come from? Of course you have the 2 parents or the parent, whatever, there that loved you and took care of you, raised you, whatever, but sometimes there is that deep desire to know where you actually came from. Right. And we felt as parents we would be doing him a disservice, as well as any future children, if we closed that door, if we took that opportunity away from them. He may seek it out and it may turn out not to be what he was looking for, or it may turn out to be exactly what he was looking for, but we felt that's not our place to decide. Right. We just, as his parents, we had to do what we felt was best for him and have that available for if he decides he wants to go looking.
Right. And hopefully when he gets to that point where he meets the donor, he'll feel comfortable enough to, come back and let us know how it went, or be comfortable discussing that with us, or if not, that's fine too. That can be just between them as well. So it's whatever he wants, but we just definitely want the communication to be open and him to be comfortable discussing anything he wants to us. And, so that's the route we're going.
Yeah, we're trying to be totally open with him about anything. We're not keeping any secrets. We're not trying to fool anyone or pretend anything that's not real. We want him to know the facts and exactly how he became and where he came from and everything. So I guess that's about it for this video. we're trying to make sure we video blog, a little more frequently. We have a few topics coming up, as we said earlier, the second parent adoption. I guess we may also do one discussing exactly how open we're being about the donor and our feelings on how we selected our donor a little more in detail. I know when I was pregnant we did a video about the donor process and stuff, but now that we actually have a child here, like some of our opinions and our openness about the donor and us personally discussing the donor in the house and with other people and stuff, some of that stuff has changed how we feel about it. Some of it is the same, but we feel more strongly about certain things than we did before. So we'll do a video discussing the more details about donors and our donor and stuff like that.
We're also going to do a video. I've been thinking about doing a video about, how two women are going to raise a son, or is it possible for two women, to raise a man? Like how we're going to raise a good man without having a father in the house.
Yeah.
So that's another topic I want to do.
And I wanted to start doing like a stay-at-home mom type of series. So I don't know when he'll allow me to get started on that, but just like kind of more of a domestic type of thing with my crafting, cooking, sewing, housekeeping, like that type of stuff. So that, I'll say keep an eye out for it, but don't expect anything too soon. I mean, he's getting a little better, but it's still a little hard to multitask with the little one during the day.
Piece of cake, look.
Yeah, because he's sleeping in the evenings when she gets home. I guess that's something else we can discuss.
Yeah, day in the life of the working mom.
And the stay-at-home mom and
working mom unite.
How we vote. We get in that debate, the stay-at-home mom versus working mom.
It gets ugly, son.
Yes, so I guess that's something we can also blog about. If you have any ideas, be sure to leave us a comment or send us a note. You can email us, wifeandwifeblog@hotmail.com. Search for us on Facebook, Wife and Wife Blog, Yin Yang on Facebook. You can search for Wife and Wife Blog and you'll find us. Join our new lesbian TTC parenting pregnancy group on Facebook. We're almost to 100 members in under a month. We're just at a month, so we're doing really good. Really well.
We'd love to hear from you.
Very active so far. A great group of ladies. It's Lesbian TTC Pregnancy and Parenting on Facebook.
We'll put all the links down in the description.
Just check us out.
All right. You can turn it off.
And let's see if I can figure this out. What do I press?
Just press the